Hello, this is Chops, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about the lore of Keyforge. In this video, we're going to talk about Archons. Archons are the lore representation of the unique decks that battle against each other in Keyforge. They have a unique name or nickname, sometimes given to them by their followers, and have a unique ethereal form displayed on the back of each of their decks. Their disembodied consciousness moves through the air as a glowing energy. And I imagine before the Crucible was even built, this was the only form that they took. They are said to be the only natural inhabitants of the Crucible, which to me means that they were living on a planet or around an energy source that the Crucible was then built upon from other planets in the universe. But now they're surrounded by many different life forms, and they have the unique ability to communicate with life from all across the universe. They seem to be very open and curious to these beings and often become allies with some of them, taking them on their hunt for the vaults across the Crucible. Each house seems to bring something unique to the table and also has different motivations as to why they would want to help the Archons. So it seems to be like a mutually beneficial alliance. Archons can also take the shape of any being they wish, which is often a more comfortable way to communicate and associate with other creatures. In one story, Dodger describes his Archon, Miss Onyx Censorius,
in the
as
most
a vision,
amazing,
elf like
creative,
him, but
unique game in the history of the galaxy.
Light, breathtaking.
How's
She has some of the
for dramatic
strength with powerful arms and broad shoulders,
Keyforge.
but the same dispassionate, terrible focus of the worst of the demons of Dis. So they seem to incorporate some of the traits from the creatures that they partner with. In another story, Radiant Argus the Supreme is described as having fluttering radiant wings and billowing white robes around a form held together by gleaming energy, much like the sanctum that follow him. Elishka the Younger from the Martian Legend story could pass as an elf or a human child. The Shrouded manifests at spider size when talking to Inca the Spider. It wore a face like a white death mask, and a wispy array of cloaks and ribbons surrounded them like a cloud. Additionally, Archons have the power of restoration and have spoken a vow in the Architect's name to restore the vitality of any of their team who might fall in competition. So that's already ethereal, can speak to all creatures, can heal all creatures, and can take the shape of anything. This has been proven to be quite useful for other creatures in the Crucible to help them communicate with each other. We don't really know where Archons come from, and they seem to have no knowledge of it either. They seem incomplete and driven by the need to be whole again, by gaining the special power that can only be found within the vaults of the Crucible. Once they've opened enough vaults, the Archon disappears, and as the intro video says, they ascend to a higher plane of existence. This leaves behind their friends and allies to find their own way back home, which may sometimes be quite dangerous. We don't really know much else about Archons, but hopefully, during the Age of Discovery, we can find some more. So, to end this video, the Logatarian in me can't help but share with you another theory. The big questions are, what is the purpose of the Crucible, filled with such a variety of flora and fauna? And why are the architects hiding knowledge from the Archons behind some convoluted competition? Well, one of my theories is that the Crucible is actually just a giant nursery for Archons. It's designed to fill the Archons with as much life experience and diversity as possible and challenge them with a competitive sport that teaches them life lessons. They go from a sort of pupil state in the Crucible to an adult super Archon or whatever once they've gained enough wisdom and earned their ascension. The Archons have such a childlike curiosity in the game, and it seems to develop a personality and appearance based on these experiences they have, as if they were coming into their own and growing. They don't have memories being repressed by the architects, in my opinion, because they don't have any other memories. They're just babies. And the architects are merely caretakers of the world, or just glorified kindergarten teachers, making sure that they all play nicely with each other. Also, unlike other theories that I'll get to in later videos, this one seems to fit into the theme and attitude coming from what has been described by the designers as the Saturday morning cartoon of card games, with a fun sense of humor and a more upbeat, casual feel rather than something like Magic the Gathering or like Warhammer 40k, where it's a lot more grimdark. So that will do it for this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments. I plan to maybe get